ओके इस वीडियो में आज हम बात करेंगे कि व्हाट इज रोल ऑफ PO in your agile processes. If you are a tech founder and you are building a product, then definitely this video is going to be very helpful for you. So watch this video till the end, because in this video we are going to discuss about what is the role of your PO. Okay. Second is responsibility of your PO. Third is involvement of PO in Scrum events. Fourth is key skills of a great PO. And fifth is common mistakes to avoid as being a PO, and how to become a great PO. Like you can say that how you can coach your PO to become a great PO. If you are coming on my video, hey, my name is Amit. I am helping the tech founders to deliver a customer centric product without struggling with the stakeholders. So let's go ahead and discuss about today's topic. Okay, now first of all, we have to understand what is the PO. Like basically, you can say that what is the PO? Basically, the product owner is the person who is really the owns the product. Means whatever the product you are building, he should understand what is their industry, what is their customers, and everything about the like you can say the market and everything about the product. Okay, and he's the person who only defines that what needs to be built and what how needs to be built, and he is the person who is the like you can say that he works as a bridge between the business team, or you can say that the customer and the development team. I hope this would be clear. So this is the role of your PO. Now let's understand the second point is the responsibility of PO. The responsibility of PO, let me delete all these things and then we'll discuss about one by one point. Okay, so first responsibility of PO is define and owns the product backlog. Okay, you can say that product vision basically. Okay, define and own the product vision. Product vision is the thing that you can say that why we are building this product. Okay, he has to know about that, because if he don't know about the product vision, then he won't be able to communicate this thing to the stakeholders, or you can say the development team and the cross functional team. So he should be very clear about the product vision. The second is manage the product backlog. Okay, so if you talk about the product backlog, I have already created the video, then you can definitely watch that video about the product backlog. But who product owner is the person who manages the product backlog, because he owns the product and he should know that what needs to be built, what are the items that should be in the product backlog on the basis of the business needs, on the basis of the customer needs. So he manages the product backlog. The third is prioritize the you can say that backlog. He only prioritize the product backlog. Okay, so and basically how to prioritize the backlog is totally a different thing, but the thing is that on the business need what needs to be built, he only prioritizes the backlog. So that is his responsibility to like you can say that manage and prioritizing the product backlog. Now the next thing we talk about, collaborate with stakeholder. Collaborate with stakeholders means he is only the person who will communicate with the stakeholders, maybe with the customers, maybe with the team, like you can say that cross functional team. He is only the person who talks with the you can say that stakeholders or all the team members, to like a business leaders or everything. He has to talk with the PO has to talk with that. Okay, now let's discuss about the fifth point is the accept and reject the work. He only person make sure that whatever we are building, whatever the team is working, is the right thing that the team is working. So he only owns that he says that okay, this work should be done or this work should not be done, or we can say that you can define this work later on, later stage and all these things. So this is his responsibility that he has to accept or reject the work कि क्या काम करना है क्या काम नहीं करना है. Okay. Sixth is ensure the product quality. Okay. So product quality means like जो भी हम प्रोडक्ट बना रहे हैं, जो भी हम बना रहे हैं, क्या वो वाकई में उस हिसाब से बन रहा है जो हमारे कस्टमर की नीड्स है, क्या उसकी क्वालिटी अच्छी है, क्या जो भी फंक्शनलिटी बन रही है वो वाकई में जाके काम करेगी नहीं करेगी. ही हैज़ टू मेक श्योर. या डेफिनेटली QA विल बी देयर एंड ऑल दिस थिंग्स, बट he at least give the right instruction to the QA and cross functional team. Okay, this is the point. Okay, now the seventh is act as a single point of a contact. Okay, act as a single point of contact means like he is the person who know about all the product. Okay, all the product, what's going on product, what the team is doing and all these things. So if you talk about the upper side management, then he has to be the right person to talk with them. If let's suppose I am the business owner, I am go to the developer, भैया क्या काम कर रहे हो क्या नहीं कर रहे हो, but this is not the right approach. I have to contact to my PO that what's going on, what are the things, what are the planning, what are the you can say what is the roadmap and all these things. They have to be very clear. Okay, these are the 7 primary responsibility of your PO. So if you are a tech founder, then you should be very clear that what are the primary responsibility of your PO. Now next we will talk about the involvement in Scrum events, because this is really very important, guys, because if you know that what the PO should done in my Scrum events, then only you will be very clear that okay, the PO is rightly doing the things or not. Okay, if we talk about, yeah, if you don't know the Scrum events and all these things, you can definitely watch my video. I will give the link in the description. Definitely you can watch that, but overall I'm going to discuss about that. So if you talk about the sprint Scrum like you can say that Scrum events, then sprint planning, daily Scrum, and sprint review and sprint retrospective. Okay, so if we talk about the sprint planning, guys, this planning meeting is really important for as a product owner, because he only defines that what needs to be what are the work that needs to be done in that particular sprint. So this sprint planning meeting is very important as a product owner, that he should give the right, you can say that right guidance to the team that what needs to be done, and how is totally different, but what needs to be done in that particular sprint. Okay, and definitely the prioritization as well, like what are the work that should be delivered in the high priority, medium and low priority. Okay, now daily scrum is something like not mandatory for the product owner, but he should be available whenever the team requires that, and whenever team calls that, then he should be very clear that okay, I have to attend that meeting. Okay, now sprint review is also very important for product owner, because in the sprint review what happens, I have already created the video that you can definitely watch that video, but in nutshell, whatever we have defined in sprint planning and what are the work we have defined in the sprint planning, this is the meeting where team gives the demo and takes the feedback from the product owner. And let's suppose in this meeting, if the product owner is not there, then the team will not give the demo and nothing is going to work. Okay, so he has to make sure that product owner should be available in the sprint review. Okay, so make sure that. Now next is sprint retrospective. In the sprint retrospective, it is something like you can say that it's not mandatory, it's not optional, but whenever the let's suppose the Scrum team made some mistake in the sprint, okay, then he has to attend the meeting and tell about the mistake, what the team did in this particular meeting, because this is something like product owner responsibility, or you can say that product owner thing that team has to improve on the regularly basis. But if product owner skip that meeting, he will not give the feedback, and if he did not get the feedback, if he did not give the feedback, then team will not improve. So make sure that whenever product owner needs that, or whenever product owner have the feedback for the team, he has to attend that meeting and give that feedback. So that's all the role of involvement in the Scrum events. Now let's discuss about the next point is key skills of a great PO. What are the key skills that is needed if you want to hire a product owner? What are the things that you need to check? The first is the strong communication. Okay, strong communication is the very important thing, guys, because he is the person who is going to talk with the business owners or customers and the team. Then he has to be very clear that he has a good communication skills, and not the good like you can say that clear communication skills, like whatever he is trying to communicate, the person really understand the same thing. Okay, second is negotiation skills. Negotiation skills, you would be wondering why the negotiation skills required. Yeah, definitely negotiation skills required. Uh, like let's suppose the team doesn't have the bandwidth, or he has to give the some work, so he has to negotiate with the team members that okay, yeah, we need to work this, and also with the business owner, or like other stakeholders, investors, and all these things, like whatever they are like you can say that whatever their demand or they're asking, he has to negotiate that and make sure that everyone should be on the same platform. Okay, now the third is deep understanding of business needs. Guys, this is really very important skills as a product owner. Okay, why? Because let's suppose if a product owner doesn't understand the business need of or your user needs, do you really think that he would be able to build the product? No. If he is not doesn't understand anything about business or user need, he won't be able to communicate with the team. He won't be able to explain the team what needs to be done, prioritization, nothing is going to work. So he should have the deep understanding of the business. Third is, or you can say that agile principle. He has to understand about the agile principle. Okay, because if the product owner doesn't understand the agile principle, nothing is going to work. Okay, doesn't matter how the team is educated for your agile principles and everything, but if your product owner is not understanding the agile principle, then nothing is going to work. So you have to make sure that the product owner should be, or you can say the must be very clear about your agile principle. Now let's talk about the next is prioritization. Like agile, you can say that product prioritization or ability of prioritization. Ability of prioritization means he has to understand that what needs to be built now, what is my priority on the basis of the business needs. Again, it comes from the business needs and everything, but he has to understand the like a prioritization of your business needs, or you can say that prioritization of your product backlog. Okay, now next is not really important, but it is like an optional, empathy with the development team. Yeah, as a product owner, you have to take care for the business needs or customer needs, but also the development team is very important for you. So you have to be empathy with the development team. Is the development team is overloaded, or are they like a overwhelming or something like that? Then you have to take care as a product owner. Okay, now let's talk about the next thing, common mistakes to avoid as a product owner, or if you are as a if you are a tech founder, and you have to make sure that these are the common mistakes the product owner should not do. Okay, the first is not saying no enough. Why I'm saying this? Let's suppose the team already have a lot of work and team has the priority on all these things on the business nodes. they have the priority. But let's suppose the other stakeholder or the business owner comes and says, no, we need to build this, we need to build this. At this particular point, the product owner should say no, because he understands the all the product, business need, customer need, development, what is going in development. So you have to make sure that product owner should say no whenever it is required. Okay. The second is being absent or unavailable. Guys, I've seen many product owner, they feel that okay, यार मैंने product planning कर दी, मेरा काम हो गया, and all that team will work. No, this is not mandatory, right? Product owner should always be available for the team. If the product owner is not available, the team gets stuck, nothing is going to move, because he is only the person who understands the business and everything. So make sure that the product owner is always available. Third point is micromanaging the team. Okay, I have seen many product owners, right, guys? I have seen many product owners. They are managing their product like a team on a very on a very lower level. So you don't need to do as a product owner, and make sure as tech founder that your product owner also not doing the same mistake. Because if the product owner is going and making the mistake saying that you have to do this, like a small things, then it will be a very problem for you, and you are making the very big mistake for that. Okay. Now, next is not refining the product backlog. Guys, as a product owner, it is really important that you refine the product backlog on regularly basis. When I was a product owner, I was refining my product backlog on 2 weeks. 2 weeks I was refining the product backlog, because this is really important, because we keep adding the backlog. But if you have the items that is not necessarily more than the whatever the necessary, so you have to make sure that you refine the product backlog on regularly basis. Okay. Next is lack of product vision. Okay, some of the product, like I have seen a lot of product owner, they have the lack of product vision कि हमें बनाना क्या है यार. यदि हमारे को बनाना क्या है, बनाना क्यों है, यही पता नहीं है प्रोडक्ट ओनर को, तो मेक श्योर कि ये प्रोडक्ट कहीं पे नहीं जाने वाला. तो यू हैव टू मेक श्योर एज ए टेक फाउंडर दैट योर प्रोडक्ट ओनर शुड नो दैट हम प्रोडक्ट बना क्यों रहे हैं और हम क्या बना रहे हैं. ओके. नाउ next is very important, guys. This is really very important, is keeping the acceptance criteria. I have worked with many product owners who write the user stories but who doesn't write the acceptance criteria. So you have to make sure every time that whenever you are writing the user story, or when as a tech founder, whenever you should see the user stories, this should have the acceptance criteria, because this is really very important. Make sure that every user stories have the acceptance criteria. यह वीडियो बहुत लंबा हो रहा होगा, बट मैं चाहता हूँ कि यार आपको प्रोडक्ट ओनर के बारे में और आपकी रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी एज ए टेक फाउंडर आपको सब कुछ पता चले. सो वॉच दिस वीडियो टिल द एंड, यू विल डेफिनेटली गेट लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स. बट हाँ ठीक है, हो जाएगा. नाउ लेट्स टॉक अबाउट द how to be a great PO. Okay, same thing. If I will say that as a tech founder, if I see myself कि मेरा product owner कैसा होना चाहिए, पहली चीज, he should be the voice of the customer, guys, because product owner is the person who really go and meet with the customer, who really listen the customer. So make sure that he is really the voice of your customer. If he is not the voice of the customer, then your product is nowhere going. So you have to make sure that your product owner is the voice of the customer. Now next is align the team with business goals. Means align the team with business goals. Why? If you want to become a product owner, if you want to hire a product owner as a tech founder, you have to make sure that every team member or every stakeholder should be aligned with your business goals. Or you can say that as a product owner, this is my responsibility that I have to tell every team member that what is the business goal and what we are building. Okay. Third is, if you want to become a product owner, then collaborate openly. If you want a product owner or become a product owner, you should make sure that you collaborate with openly, because whatever you want to give the feedback to the team, stakeholder, business owner, you openly says about that, and you should not have fear. और यार मैं बोलूँ या नहीं बोलूँ, यार ये कुछ बुरा तो नहीं मान जाएगा, अरे यार ये कुछ हो जाए, ऐसा कुछ नहीं होना चाहिए. Simple. You make sure that I have to build a very good product, and this should solve the problem of my customers. Okay, that's why you have to give the feedback and give the feedback very openly. Okay, now let's talk about the build. Next point is build trust and clarity. Guys, this is really very important. As a product owner, you build the trust with your team. Trust and the clarity. Okay, why I'm saying this? Because this is really very important. You have to build the trust and clarity within your team, within your stakeholders, and all these things. When you make this, all will be sorted. So you will be a great PO if you meet all these criteria. If you really like this video, then definitely you can like this. You can like this video, share this with your friends or with your tech founders, your founders community, and all these things. Definitely this video would have helped you more. If you learn something and if you want to implement as a tech founder in your product owner or something like in your agile process, then definitely you can definitely learn and put in the comment what you have implemented and everything. If you really want to, you can say that implement the agile process, then definitely you must hire a good product owner. So thank you and see you in the next video.